I just don't see why freaking doing a handstand and having a girl dangle off your earlobes is going to improve my sex life. They said, if you want to improve your sex life and have an orgasm that lasts for days, do a handstand, get the girl to dangle off your earlobes, and then you'll have the ejaculation session of your life. Their words, not mine. Didn't work. She ended up ripping off my ears, guys, off my head. With blood everywhere. I was rushed to hospital, and I vowed never ever to try Kama Sutra again. And the girl was so freaking scarred. Still hasn't left the room. She was in lockdown before lockdown became cool, you know? Hello there guys, how are you doing? It's Gabriel here, and it's time to play some more World of Warcraft, and once again, continue to level up my Undead Rogue. Bobby. Guys, it is freaking sweltering right now. There is a heat wave in Glasgow, Scotland. Right? There's a window right behind my two monitors and the sun is just pelting off it, which has turned my room into a freaking sauna. I legit feel like I am in a microwave at the moment. And because I don't have any hair, the sweat is just trickling down my forehead and it's going into my eyes and it's driving me freaking crazy. So I'm probably going to spend a lot of this episode, you know, patting myself down and fanning myself off. But yeah, see if you're a fat bastard, guys. Heat waves suck. So, yeah. But in the last episode, guys, we didn't actually ding any levels, which is fine. We just continued our questing adventure here in the Thousand Needles. We killed this creature called Arikara, right? Now, in Freewind Post, guys, the Tauren there are all a bunch of egg-loving conspiracy theorists, right? And they sent us to track down this alien egg. We picked up the alien egg, we took it back to Freewind Post, and it hatched, and out popped a baby Arikara. It went on somewhat of a rampage, killing this innocent dog in the process before jumping off the edge. And I'll tell you something, guys, not one person at Freewind Post mourned the loss of Patch, which is what we called it. Not one person. So we, guys, took it upon ourselves to be that little dog's holy avenger, right? And we vowed to get justice for Patch. We vowed to avenge his death. And that's exactly what we've done, guys. They had us summon Arikara. There was a few prerequisite things that we had to do first. Get a few ingredients so that we can summon him. But we summoned him, guys. We pwned his ass. And we got justice for Patch. And then we continued on with the test off questline. There's this Tauren, and he's sending us on a bunch of tests. For what reason, I do not know. I don't know what the purpose of this questline is, but he's testing us, guys. And he sent us on a test of faith, test of endurance, test of strength, and we are on the final test right now, the test of lore. And that required us to come to the Stone Talon Mountains to speak to this guy right here. Brog Dim Spirit. I mean, Tony's a little bit dim-witted, guys, but wise beyond his years, you know. And he basically said to us that we need to go into Ashenvale and retrieve a book, right? We've got to read this book. He is going to ask us a question and we need to answer it. Once we do that, that's us completed the test of lore and hopefully the test of questline. Then after that, guys, we can hearth back to the Thousand Needles and make our way on to the Shimmering Flats. And speaking of the Shimmering Flats, guys, before I hit the record button, we done another World PvP stream, guys, and it was the most insane, most outrageous, most action-packed PvP stream we have done yet. The first half, we went to Hills by the Foothills and we camped outside South Shore, and we done a shit ton of ganking, guys. It was so freaking fun, so freaking satisfying. But then we kind of outstayed our welcome and a bunch of max level players started showing up, so that was our time to leave. Then we moved on to the Shimmering Flats in Thousand Needles, and the minute I walked into the Shimmering Flats, guys, I'm getting ganked by a Juno Mage. So we took it upon ourselves, me, Dave and Potato, we took it upon ourselves to continually gank that mage over and over and over, and then more players started coming. It was a bloodbath, guys. But once again, we overstayed our welcome and more max level players started showing up, so we had to leave. But we did get 25 honourable kills, guys, which is fantastic. So yeah, we're going to do at least one PvP stream a week. Alright, and the purpose of these streams, guys, is to help me build up my confidence a little bit, because as you guys know, whenever I see an alliance, I shit myself, right? And I'm a rogue and I shouldn't be doing that. I should be savouring the kill. But right now I hide away my little shell, you know. So these PvP streams help me come out my shell, and eventually I'm going to get to the point where I feel confident enough that I can take on anybody. So yeah. Now I'd like to say, guys, that we can now finally move on and do some questing, because I've already spent like what 4.5 to 5 minutes sitting here doing a bunch of talking. Unfortunately we can't, guys, because we have installed 4 new add-ons, and add-ons are extremely important to me and this playthrough, guys. They enhance my experience and they make playing Classic a lot more enjoyable, right? I'm a big fan of add-ons. So I'm going to go over real quick the 4 add-ons that I've installed. I'm going to very quickly show you what they do, and then we will get into the questing. I will put a timestamp, guys, in the comments below. If you can't be bothered watching all the talkative stuff, you can just skip straight to the questing. That's cool. But yeah, you already saw a little glimpse of one of the add-ons that I actually installed, guys. I forgot to disable it, but it's fine. So, first things first, guys. One of the things I actually hate about Classic, right, is this here, the quest log. I hate it. It sucks. You've got this little window right here where all the quests are. Why is the freaking window so small? Why did Blizzard think that was okay? Look at it. You need to scroll up and down. It's just annoying. It's flimsy. Sometimes it's hard to read. And then you've got this tiny little box right here where they just crammed in the quest log, and you need if you can scroll up and down to see all of the quest log. But this is one thing, guys, that retail has over Classic. It doesn't matter if you're a Classic fanboy, you cannot turn around and say that this quest log right here is better than the one that's in retail. Well, anyway, guys, I was leveling a shaman off cam, and I was looking for a shaman guide online. I found one, and in that shaman guide there was an add-on section. I clicked on it and it showed me a bunch of add-ons that they recommend that you should install. And I saw an add-on, guys, called Classic Quest Log. Now, I want you to remember this quest log, guys. Remember what it looks like? Right? Gross, disgusting, puke, right? Watch what happens when we enable Classic Quest Log. Right, ready for this? Look at that. Is that not 1,000 times better? You've got the quests on the left hand side, right here. Plenty of space so you can see the entire list without having to scroll up and down. And then on the right hand side, you've got the quest log. And the quest log box is much bigger, so again, you don't have to scroll. You can actually squeeze it all in. Well, you have to scroll for some of them, right, if there's too much quest text, right? But you get the picture. See? Look at that. And it's even got the button to show you the map, which is fantastic. Guys, I don't care if you're a Classic fanboy or not, you cannot say that does not look 1,000 times better. It's pretty much identical, right, to the retail quest log. Only difference is the quests are on the right hand side and the quest logs on the left hand side. But apart from that, that is a massive improvement, guys. So that's the first add-on that we installed. If you like any of the add-ons that I'm showing you right now, guys, I'll put links in the comments below, which will take you to their websites where you can install them yourself. The next one. This here is the character panel. Right here, you've got all the primary stats, you've got the melee stats, and you've got the range stats, and then you've got all your defences right here. Looks pretty cool, but, you know, it could do with a little bit of an improvement. So, bring in Deja Classic Stats, reload UI, and watch what happens when we go to the character panel now, guys. Look at that. The stats that were once here are now on the right hand side. So you've got your primary stats. It's even got a nice little background, guys. It's fantastic. You get your primary stats: strength, agility, stamina, intellect. You've got your movement speed. You've got your durability, and it even tells you the repair total. So if you want to know how much it's going to cost you when you go to a repair dude, right now it's going to cost us 1 silver and 90 bronze. Now see if you don't have much money in your bag, it's a good way to keep track of how much your repair bill is going to cost. So say for example you only get 50 silver and your repair total is like 47 silver, it might be a good idea to go to the repair dude as soon as possible, otherwise you're not going to be able to afford it, that kind of thing. Then you've got all your melee enhancements: main hand, offhand, melee crit, hit, ranged, etc. Then we've got the spell enhancements, and you've got your defense. But another cool thing this add-on does, guys. Oh, by the way, if you don't like all that stuff on the right hand side, just click that little arrow. Nice and easy. It also tells you the percentage damage. So right now the durability on this headpiece is 96%, and it also tells you down here that it's going to cost 18 copper to repair it. So that's a nice little feature. And it also tells you the item level. And it tells me right here, this AC plus 24, that's reinforced armor. So it tells you what enchants you've got in all your armor and weapons. It tells you the item level, tells you the durability. It's so good, guys. And take a look at this here, right? See here, the highest item level we've got right now is 36. Right, and that's a level 31 weapon, right? So if you look at this here, this is only 24. That's level 19. So we want to try and get this ring up to as close to item level 36 as possible. So that's just, you can use this add-on as a good way to gauge what item level you are, etc, etc. So that's a fantastic add-on, guys. If you like it, the link is in the comments below. Let's move on to the next one, guys. Q, the world map. You press the world map, you've got these two hideous black bars at either side, right? So you could be reading your map and you have no idea that there's an alliance coming towards you, right? That kind of sucks. Not anymore, guys. Go to add-ons and enable something called simple map. And watch what happens now, guys. You open up the map and voila, guys. Gone are the hideous black bars at either side, and the map has been shrunk a little bit. But we can pretty much see if anyone's coming towards us now. We can keep our eyes open for an unsuspecting attack. But watch what happens when you move, guys. Watch this. See? Look, we can look at the world map well going forward, and we can keep our eye on any alliance that might be coming towards us. Fantastic, guys. That is a massive improvement, and I'm so glad I came across this add-on. So, that's good. And the final one, guys. It's a bag add-on. Now, right now, if you take a look at our bags, right, not too bad. But as you guys know, I'm a little bit OCD, right? So normally before I hit the record button, I sit down and I organise my backpack so that everything's all next to each other and it's all neat and precise. But you know yourself, guys, that once you actually start going out there and questing, things start appearing in your bags all over the place, and it kind of sucks, right? So, cue this add-on right here, guys. Arc Inventory. Oh. So we're going to reload UI. And wait to see that. This is probably, guys, along with the classic quest log, this is probably my favourite add-on so far, but I'll be right back. So Arc Inventory, guys, is very similar to Bagnon. It takes all your bags and it puts it into one big box, but with one crucial difference. If you have got OCD, guys, this is the add-on for you. Watch this. Look at that. You're probably thinking, whoa, what the fuck? Kind of looks a bit ugly. It does look a bit ugly, guys, but I'm not installing this for visual happiness, right? It's for its functionality. Now watch this, right? It's got something called edit mode. And you've got all these different bars. So you're probably wondering, what do those bars do? Watch this, guys, right? So right now, this is all your backpacks, right? I've got a herb bag, right? And that's all my herbs right there. See it? Oh, wait, is it? No, I've not got a herb bag. Sorry, I've not got a herb bag. That's on my other character. But watch this, right? Watch this. So we'll go to, we'll right click bar 5, right? And we'll go into bag and we will assign, well, we don't need to assign in the bag. We'll go to skill, herbalism, and assign. And as you can see, guys, it has basically what that means is you no longer need to go to the auction house, guys, to buy yourself a herb bag, right? Any new herbs that we collect on our travels will automatically appear inside this bar here. And there's no limit. If it takes up your entire bag space, it takes up your entire bag space, right? Watch this. See, we want bar number 4 to only include food and drink. You go right click bar 4, go to consumables, because that's what food and drink is, it's consumables. Go to food and go to assign. And look at this, guys, look. Our wild hog skanks are there, and our mutton chop. Then we go to right click, go to consumable, and go to drink. Now, we don't take any mana, right? We don't take any mana potions, right? Or we don't drink anything to increase our mana. But if you did, any food that we get that we can eat and consume, guys, to increase our health will appear in bar 4. But what about rogue stuff, guys? I want all my poisons to be in the one box. Not a problem at all. Right click on bar 3. Go to class. Go to rogue. Go to assign. And what that's done right there, guys, is just assigned the flash powder. But I want to assign my poisons as well. So we go to right click. Go to, I think it's consumable. Is it consumable? I can't actually remember what it's called. I think it's trade goods and I think it's assign. Yeah, there we go, guys. So all of our essence of pain, dust of decay, death feed will all appear inside here, which is pretty damn fantastic. There's a lot that I'm going to spend some time, guys, with this add-on, going over it, studying it, and once I've fully understood how to use this add-on, I will do a tutorial, guys. That'll be my first tutorial on the channel. Once I've fully figured out how to use this, I'll do a tutorial. But can you not just see how awesome it is, guys? It even tells you what stuff is trash, that little yellow circle there. And look at that. So any poison, any ingredients that we buy for poison will appear inside this box here. Any food that we can eat that will increase our health will appear in here. And any herbs will appear in here. You can literally customize your bags so that it's all OCD friendly, so that things can be kept together. You can even do it with armor and weapons. You know, any armor that you want to sell, push it all into its own little box. It's fantastic, guys. I can't recommend it enough. But anyway, guys, that's 15 minutes exactly that we have spent talking. We haven't had a single bit of question, but guys, we had to go over all of this. This is the important stuff. But now that we've went over it, we can now finally move on. And as I said, I put a timestamp in the description below and in the comments. You can skip all this. And if you like any of the add-ons that you see, the link is in the comments below. Right, guys, enough's enough. We've done enough talking. We've got 15 minutes left. Let's try and get this test of lore quest complete. Just look at that, guys. Look at it, guys. Look at it. So I want to try and get a box, guys, right? So I want my poisons to all go in the same box here. So I've got all my ingredients for my poison, but I want all my poisons to go in the same box. But I don't know where I need to go for that. But oh man, I'm so happy. You know that way, it's like that nice wee feeling in the pit of your stomach. It's like, oh. Right, so this is the tunnel, guys. This is the tunnel that takes us directly into Ashenvale. I thought for a second we were going to have to herf back, but then I remembered we can actually go through this tunnel. The Talon Deep Path. But I'm only going to be recording one episode today, guys, because my vocal cords are a little bit sore. We've done a lot of talking during the stream. But I promise tomorrow's episode, guys, we're going to be going to the Shimmering Flats. And if it's as busy and as active as it was during the PvP stream earlier, there's going to be a lot of ganking, guys. Because bear in mind, you need to go through Shimmering Flats to get to Tanaris. So there's a lot of high level players that pass through Shimmering Flats to get to Tanaris and Gadgetzan. So this will be, the Shimmering Flats will be the best place for us to test our courage, guys. To test our skills as a rogue. Yeah, you can definitely tell this is Night Elf architecture, can't you? Look at that. It's actually quite nice. This cave's actually quite cosy, isn't it? It doesn't feel like a cold, damp, dank cave. Actually, quite cosy, quite welcoming, guys. But anyway, how are you guys doing? You doing good? Is there a heat wave where you are right now? I'm pretty sure the whole of the UK right now is basking in the heat, right? And down south we'll be getting it a lot hotter than here in Glasgow, Scotland, guys. Because if my geography is correct, England is closer to the equator, which is the centre line that goes around the world. So the closer you are to the equator, the hotter it is. That's why Africa, Spain, Portugal, those countries are all really, really hot, you know. Whereas we are closer to the North Pole, right? So we feel the cold just a little bit more. Well, here we are, guys. Ashenvale. I didn't think we'd ever come back here because we're no longer doing Black Fathom Deeps and... Oh, buddy, are you serious, bruv? No problem, no problem. Off the ass, boy! Ah! How's that feel? Ah! Damage off. Nice. So, let's do this and this. Is where do we need to go? Freaking miles away, of course. Of course. But it's fine, guys. So the book that we need to get, guys, is called The Legacy of the Aspects. And then we have to read it and we need to answer a question. It's just like being back in school, guys. It really is. It's like... I always hated that. You had to go to school, right? And the teacher would give you an assignment, you know? Give you some homework. Right, class, I want you to take this book home. I want you to study it. It's How to Be Good at Sex, also known as Kama Sutra. Read the book and come back in and I'm going to ask you a few questions and you're going to answer them. And the class, all the guys in the class are like, and some guys are like, oh, that's my wanking material for tonight. But the girls are like, oh my god, that's gross. Oh my god. Ew. She's like, you got a problem there, Tiffany? Oh my god, I can't believe you're going to ask us to read this, teacher. That's disgusting, that's gross. You have a vagina. The boys have penises. Penises will eventually connect with vaginas, and babies will be born. Oh my god, ew. And she's like, shut up, you wee bastard. You know? What the fuck am I? Seriously, bruv? Oh, it's water elementals there. Oh, I might have known. I can't escape them. Even in the Ashenvale, I can't escape them. Fuck off! But secretly, the teacher's like a paedophile or something like that. And it's like, you know, he's just sitting there. You can't wait. He's sitting there with excitement and anticipation. You know, waiting for his kids to come in. His class. And they all come in, eyes bulging at their head and stuff like that, you know. Some of them coming in with stiffies and stuff. And the teacher's like, oh, this is going to be a great day. Do you know, guys, I was literally saying that this quest is like being sent home with homework. Read this passage and answer the questions on the passage when you come in the next day. How the hell did it cut off to talking about Kama Sutra and paedophiliac teachers and... Right, guys, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, and then once we get to where we need to get to, we'll get right back. If we see anybody we can gank along the way, which we might do because this is mostly an alliance area, then I'll unpause it. But yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Well, guys, we have arrived. Unfortunately, I think I misread the quest log, guys, because it said the legacy of the aspects, it can be found at the bottom of Dordanil in southern Ashenvale, protected by the dead druids and their slayers. Now, when it said it can be found at the bottom of, I just assumed it was a lake or like a river or some shit. Nope, it's a den. And you already know, guys, how much I hate dens from that quest that we did called The Den, where we had to go into a den that was occupied by only elites that we could not complete, even with the help of fellow guildies. And now we have to return. Now, thankfully, guys, I'm pretty sure they're not elite, so we should just be able to walk in here, but... Are you there, buddy? A Forsaken Dark Stalker? Oh, okay. I assume it's in here, right? It's... Well then. I just hate the layout of dens, guys. I hate the layout of dens so much, man. So, speaking of Kama Sutra, guys. You ever tried it? I have, guys. Didn't work. I just don't see why freaking doing a handstand and having a girl dangle off your earlobes is going to improve my sex life. They said, if you want to improve your sex life and have an orgasm that lasts for days, do a handstand, get the girl to dangle off your earlobes, and then you'll have the ejaculation session of your life. Their words, not mine. Didn't work. She ended up ripping off my ears, guys, off my head, with blood everywhere. I was rushed to hospital, and I vowed never ever to try Kama Sutra again. And the girl was so freaking scarred, still hasn't left the room. She was in lockdown before lockdown became cool, you know. Right, they're not like, they're not elite, so this is fine. Quickly. Just going ahead, but I need to zoom in on this map here, guys. Why am I? I'm such a coward, guy. I need to stop being a wee pussy and just get right in there and fight. Ah, dear. Nah, I haven't really tried Kama Sutra though. But I'd like to give it a go, you know? The intense act of coitus. They're supposed to be inhabited by freaking... I came across... Hey, Dreamer! He's a severed dreamer, guys. Why is this person not fighting the Forsaken Infiltrator? Oh, well, I'll take the book. Legacy of the Aspects. And let me guess, do we need to actually go back to that guy? Find the Legacy of the Aspects and return it to Brogdims, but we need to run all the way back now, guys. Well, ain't that just freaking typical, man? Well, guys, as always, I'm going to hit the pause button, and once we get back to Stone Talon Mountains, I'll be right back, and if I come across anybody to gank, I will unpause it. Oh yeah guys, just thought I'd say, now that we picked up the Legacy of the Aspect, which is a quest item, I took one of the boxes in edit mode and I made it quest items only. So as you can see guys, quest item, so if we do come out of edit mode, any and all future quest items we get guys are going to appear in this box right here. So I just thought that was pretty cool and worth mentioning. So I'll continue on, be right back. And we are back guys. We're back. We should probably actually read that book. You know, let's do it over here guys, right? Not read it in front of him. I want him to think we're well read, you know. Right, so right click to read. Like, how many pages for starters, right? Because you always tell whether a book's going to be good by the amount of pages it's got. We read the book, guys. We read it. Alright, buddy, how you doing?
I've been expecting you.
Bring me the book after you've studied it. I will not ask you a question until after you have given me the book. This is the book I named. There is hope you will answer my question correctly then, unless you've forgotten to study its contents. When you are prepared, speak to me again and I shall ask a question of you. You have brought me the book, and now it is time for your question. Are you ready? Time is not an issue, Rogue, so do not feel pressured. You may take as long as you like to answer.
Walk with me.
I'm actually gonna have to read this book and answer this question. God damn it, guys. This really is like being back in school. But where is the book? Did they take that book off me? What? Oh, come on, man. Hang on. Wait. The book's disappeared? I knew I was supposed to read that book before I handed it in, man. It's not there, right? I'm definitely not seeing this. Right, guys, we're going to wing it. We're going to wing it. Right, man, I'm ready.
Greetings, traveler.
Right, test of lore. Hang on, what is the question?
My question to you is this, Rogue. Which of the aspects created by the Titans became the nefarious creature known as Deathwing?
Nelfarian?
May the eternal sun shine.
It was just a process of elimination. It couldn't be the other three. So, I don't know a great deal about WoW lore, guys, so don't shoot me, right? It's just one of those things. But I've done it, guys.
Peace, friend.
Right.
Well done, Rogue. You have studied the text I asked you to, and now you have passed another of our tests. Well done, Bowie. You have passed the first portion of the test of lore, but there is still another question to be answered. But that question's not mine to ask. Seek out Parkwal Fintalis in Lordaeron City. He was a great historian for the humans before the Plague overtook him. Now he continues to seek enlightenment, but of a different nature. If you get my drift, he likes to smoke a spliff. He will have another requirement of you before he asks you anything, but you have done masterfully thus far. I'm sure you will overcome his obstacle.
Ancestors.
Man, what is the point of this? Like, what is my purpose? Like, what is this? What am I getting out of this, guys? Seriously? I need to travel all the way to Undercity now? Right, guys. Once again, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to fly to Orgrimmar. I'm going to get Zeppelin over to Undercity. And I'll be right back. Okay, guys, and we're finally here. I had to take rest sickness, guys, because I think that is the first time that I've ever jumped off the Zeppelin as it's arriving to Undercity and actually died from the jump. But then the sort of Angel of Death, I just took Red City because she was pretty much right inside the grounds of Undercity, so it actually worked out quite nicely. And we're going to be bringing the episode to an end, guys, after we've handed this quest in anyway. So yeah, oh, you're right here. Alright, Parkwell. Right, what quest have you got for us, buddy?
I'm listening.
Nah, rags and chewing. Impossible. Parkwell looks up and down. Braved Ordina and took a leap of faith, fought and overpowered a powerful elemental. Bah. You're probably first some adventure that overheard a talk in a tavern. And now you think you can have what it takes to pass my test. So be it, Rook. Get a fucking comb. Brush that hair. I'll tell you this, what you must seek, and I will even ask you my question, but not because you wish to prove yourself. No. Knowledge is far more important than strength. Even as others seem to pass you by in ability, your knowledge of the world will be more valuable. Go to the monastery in the north of Tiddiswell Glades. In the library there's a book called Beginnings of the Undead Threat resides. It was used by the now corrupt paladins there to train them to fight my kind. Bring it to me. Seriously, you ever heard of first impressions, buddy? Your first impressions, I just hate you. I instantly hate you. And you know what I'm going to bring back once I had this quest? I'm going to bring you a comb, buddy. Parkwell. What kind of fucking name's Parkwell? Ah! Just get this straight to you! I have done more in my 31 levels on this earth than you've done in your entire 86. Alright? Anyway, guys, we're going to bring the episode to an end right here. Thank you very much for watching. Apologies that we didn't get as much done as I would have liked, guys. Apologies that the first 15 minutes of this video was just me doing a shit ton of talking. It's one of those things, guys. We will get episodes like that occasionally, but it's no big deal. I promise you guys, from the next episode onwards, it's just going to be pure questing. We will try... okay. I just realised that the quest requires us to go into the Scarlet Monastery. And it's level 36, so we are going to do the Scarlet Monastery dungeon at some point, guys, but if that is the last quest in the test of whatever quest line, then cool. But it looks like in the next episode, guys, because I thought we were going to have to go to Tiddiswell Glades to get it from the library, but I didn't realise it might be Scarlet Monastery. So what we'll do instead, guys, is we will herf back to the Thousand Needles, and we'll make our way on to the Shimmering Flats. And I guarantee you guys, there's going to be a shit ton of carnage. There's going to be a lot of ganking, but that's not a problem. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, leave a like. If you want to ask me anything, leave a comment. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next episode.